it to a game 5, and it's Oasis, and it's a really good match. He chose his life. Prom dress. Oh. We're gonna report on that? Really? We're going there? Come on, I thought we had, you know...
Class?
No, I meant, I mean, like, I thought we had some level of, you know, integrity.
And it could expand into, like, a wider kind of discussion about the issue.
Hey, your podcast is not my culture. I think I did that backwards. Fuck it, I'm not good at memes.
Listen, your asshole is my culture.
Hey, my asshole appreciates that.
So what do you think of the banner?
Hang on, let me check it out. Let's see, let's check this thumbnail. What's our thumbnail class? Oh, I recognize that thumbnail. I know what that is. Let me give you a wisdom.
Let me give you a wisdom. Oh god. If the ball doesn't fit in your mouth, it's not yours. That's a good wisdom.
Good wisdom. The video is fucking great. Video is so good. So good. Alright, so where are we starting today? Besides the fact that we're already live and have been rambling for a good minute and a half now. As we do.
Well, I guess we could just start with, guess who's 21?
No, I don't know, it's not me.
That's right, it's Drew.
11 years
I am
ago.
12, so...
That's right, Drew is now 21.
Yay!
Drew, you are the opposite of me. I am 12 and you are 21.
This is the 11th year I've been 21.
This just reminds you of like that Twilight scene.
When was your birthday?
How long have you been 21? 11 years.
That's just it. I've always been 21.
How long have you been?
My birthday was on May 2nd.
11. Oh,
Congratulations,
happy
you are now old. How does it feel?
Oh, the sangria doesn't taste all that great.
Yeah, it doesn't, trust me. In fact, it almost kills me.
Most alcohol doesn't, apparently.
I try, yeah, I mean, like...
Like,
Well,
I
that's
heard
not exactly
Amarillo is
true.
really
Alcohol
good,
tastes good if you mask the alcohol completely.
which is funny, because so why don't you just get the drink?
So far, sangria has been, like, the best tasting alcohol I've had. I've tried whiskey, and I just couldn't.
Oh, whiskey's... If you like heavy bitter, you'll like whiskey, but most people don't actually like whiskey. If you really want to hate yourself, try scotch.
But yeah, sangria...
Most people don't, but it's Beth's drink of choice, because she's a horrible individual. She's a mutant.
Sangria is actually the best I've tasted so far. Of course, there's still the alcohol, which doesn't taste that
You've
great.
had more alcohol than I have.
Yep.
I don't drink.
I know.
I can't even drink, so have one for me if you like it.
That's true, and Markiplier can't drink either. He'll die.
Yep.
Is that? Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't have the ability to process alcohol. It'll literally fry my liver. It's not fun.
His body can't.
Get a stronger liver.
Poison.
It's time to work out your liver, dude.
Or just not die.
Not
Yeah,
dying is good.
if you're a pussy.
I know that Marks was he found out because he was doing drunk Minecraft.
Yes.
But how did that actually like happen? Did he like actually hurt his liver, or like was it just something he has?
Well, I mean, it's just something he has, but he definitely hurt his liver. Like, he was playing drunk Minecraft, was like, oh, I don't feel so good, and then he like passed out at the computer, so Bob and Wade had to call emergency services, and they went to his house and they pumped his stomach, and then the doctor examined him and realized, hey, your body can't process this, so basically you're poisoned for eternity if you drink, because it'll be in your body forever. So he
it'll
doesn't do that
affect your
anymore.
bloodstream, but your body can't handle that much alcohol in your bloodstream all at once.
So funny.
Because essentially the liver filters it out, and will filter out the excess, but allow some through, and that's how you get drunk. With what happens with Mark and coincidentally myself, your liver doesn't actually filter the alcohol. It just goes, alcohol. Yeah, no, I don't want that shit through me, and it just lets it go through without doing anything. Well, your body can't handle it. It's like, I'm gonna replace my blood with fruit punch instead. It's still red. It's still in there.
Then do you become the Kool-Aid Man?
No. You don't. But yeah, it literally just it just you don't filter it, so your blood alcohol count just goes through the roof, and one beer can literally put you not over the legal limit but over the lethal limit.
Yeah, it's true. That's
What
and that is
not
precisely
What if you just
And-
dab your tongue?
I found out by
basically all
accident.
facts there.
Yeah, I found out by
that's what
accident. It didn't
happened.
get nearly as bad as where Mark was at. I just got really sick after having some wine at my uncle's place and figured it was homebrewed wine. Oh, it must have just been bad because it was that. Well, I ended up in the hospital because I was just having extremely harsh, I felt like I was 80 years old. I'm 24. I shouldn't feel like I'm 80. My back hurts way too much. And no one could figure it out. So I went to the emergency room and they ran every blood test under the sun. And the doctor comes back. He's like, it's got to be myalgia. There's nothing wrong with you. But I did notice through this blood test, your liver's not outputting what it should. He's like, do you drink? I'm like, on occasion. He's like, I would just avoid it entirely because with that being the case, it could easily kill you. Like, one drink could poison you. I'm like, oh, fair enough, doc. I'll listen to you then. So I immediately was like, all right, well, I'm done with alcohol if it's going to kill me.
What do doctors know?
Because that'll show up in your blood. Is that it'll show, like, if your liver's not filtering what it should, the weird things will pop up in a blood test, and that's how we found it. Because they tested me for literally everything. Because they're like, if it's just muscle strength, who knows what the fuck it is? So they took like a good pint of blood, and it was terrible. Like, they fucking took the shot. And she's just going 1 vial, 2 vial, 3 vial, 4 vial, and I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm sitting there like trying to maintain consciousness. She's like, you good? I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm fading in and out. Like, I'm not gonna pass. I'm not gonna be a bitch. I'm not gonna pass out. I'm good. And for I'm sitting there like, and then it gets to the point where I'm like trying to focus on the History Channel and the TV in the room, and I'm not paying attention to what she's saying. So she turns off the fucking television to get me to focus on her. Like, why would you do that? It was terrible.
Amber alert. Black and purple Dodge Challenger. Got it.
This is great. I finally got a text. My dad randomly texted me today.
Challenger, got it.
Wait a minute. Purple and black.
That's my car.
Black and purple? What fucking pimp or asshole has a black and purple Dodge Challenger? It's almost as
What
bad as
sort
having...
of pimp or asshole? I like that it's one or the other, like pimp or asshole. Because like if you're a pimp, it's expected. But if you're not a pimp, you're just some fucking asshole for having a purple and black Dodge Charger.
Yeah. Challenger, not Charger.
Oh, Challenger.
If it's a Charger, you're fine.
Okay.
Right, of course.
So guys, this is actually pretty funny. My dad texted me about 8:30 today, out of the blue, and just texted me, "I love you, Andy." Now,
Oh,
any normal son would just go, "I love you too, Dad."
yeah.
Not me. Not me.
But you're going like, why?
I reply with, because it was just totally random. It's like one of those weird things. So the first thing that pops into my head is, oh shit, he's gonna jump. So I text him back. I text him back, love you too. Don't jump. It's not worth it. But if you still do a flip. I've been waiting for about 2 hours. My dad's notorious as when I send him back some stupid fucking bullshit like that. My dad's notorious for when I do that. We'll immediately just text back, "Shut up, asshole," or just "asshole." So about an hour and a half later, I get a text back, "You know what? Fuck you."
I guess you did the flip.
Dude, that was hilarious. That's some genuine humor right there.
Like that's how you know me and my dad have the relationship of a true father-son relationship.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
I honestly, like, me and my dad are like Mark and his mom. Like, he's the parent I connected with the most. He's
Awesome.
he's my best. He's the best. My dad's always been there.
I'm burning corpses.
I'm burning corpses.
What?
Okay, well
Yeah.
that was a
Well,
Oh, the forest, right.
I need their bones.
Can I say,
that was a very, very smooth transition.
I want to know, is the AI in that actually as good as people say it is?
It's pretty good.
Like,
but
do
then
you get
it's
observed?
also- Yes, you do get observed. Like that. I
guess Specs doesn't know what we're talking about.
No, I've never heard of the forest actually.
Okay.
It just came out.
Didn't it?
Well,
Quote
it just
unquote.
full released.
Yeah. It's a survival horror crafting game where you're on an island and trying to survive, finding your son who got captured by mutant cannibals.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Minecraft of death.
Minecraft of Death.
Oh, there are 2 more cannibals. Come on, I just killed 3 of you.
I will. Yeah, I downloaded The Forest recently.
Oh, right in the fucking head.
I got it so long ago.
2 more, really?
Hi, the Gaming Lion. But yeah, I want to play that with you sometime. We can be 2 gay
Dude,
dads.
You should. Yes, 2 gay dads.
Looking
Two
for
gay dads play.
looking for a son.
2 gay dads looking for a son. Yes, dude. I don't know what it is, but one of you is like super freaking good luck mode because I just got 4. I just got a headshot on all 6 of these cannibals, but only 3 of them weren't the first shot. That's
Probably
freaking
me
crazy.
because I play Hanzo, and I'm like actually good at it.
Channeling Hanzo main.
Yeah, but one thing I thought that was really cool about The Forest was that, like, you have a day. You have a day before any cannibals attack you.
Yeah.
If you decide to lay low, they will search for you. If you make yourself known, obviously they'll attack you. There's one point, I think PewDiePie was playing it. He walked onto the beach.
Mhm.
There were these random straws, I think, picking out of the ground. He just walked past them, turns around, the enemies pop out of the ground.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, and another thing, they just observe you and they try and figure out what you do and try and figure out your schedule so that they can work their way around it and hunt you down.
What? 4 more cannibals? Are you freaking kidding me? You want to
The one problem I do have with that game is that there do seem to be too many cannibals.
There are, because there's no distinction between multiplayer and single player. Oh, hey, dude! Right in the eye! You are dead!
In the eye?
Yeah, right in the eye. Like, holy shit, that was a good shot.
Yeah.
Hey, get back here. Get back here, nude woman.
Yeah, you can do like a lot of things. You can actually like cut
Whoa.
your enemies like into pieces and then use their body parts as an effigy to scare away other enemies.
You're
That
a
is
body
true.
part that I scare away to eat effigies.
You can
Oh,
wear their
damn.
bones as armor, too.
Your mum gay.
Your mom gay.
No, yeah, you can just you can put down a sign in the game that says your mum gay, and they're gonna be like, "Damn, he got me."
Damn, he got me.
Whoa, hey.
Um.
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey.
Whoa. Speaking of
These women are jumpy. They're hoppy, and they are. Ah! There's a
speaking
deer behind me.
of horror, I since it was my birthday, I got a bunch of games. One of the games I got was Little Nightmares.
Oh god, that game is awesome.
That game's fucking awesome. Like, Drew, you already know what I think about Inside.
Yes.
Inside is weird. I still don't understand how that game ended.
That's exactly why I don't exactly like it. The ending was just so out of nowhere that it was like, it kind of just ruined the whole game for me. I was expecting something intelligent. I was expecting something like mind-blowing, but instead I got just a huge ball sack. Here you go.
You're just a huge ball sack. Here you go.
Oh my, there's someone at the Overwatch League with a sign that says Overwatch Battle Royale.
Ugh.
Damn it.
Fucking kill that person.
Just let's keep the battle royale and PUBG where it belongs. Fortnite is good if you like it, but PUBG.
Why are there so
PUBG's the
many
best.
deer in here?
Why are there so many? Your comments about the game are so out of place.
Dude, I just killed 8, 9 cannibals, and there are 4 deer in my base. Okay, so in this
Get out of my house!
Get out of my house, piece of garbage! In this game, I have a palisade fort built, so that these cannibals will fuck off and mind their own business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really effective. But whenever you turn off the game and turn it back on, stuff regrows and animals respawn as though there are no structures in the area. So now I have 3 deer that are fenced in with me in my base, and
Kill
they
them.
can't get out. Well, I can, and I can use their skin as warm, comfy clothing, and I can make
I'm gonna
bags
use
out
their
of them.
skin as clothing.
Oh yeah, I gotta get back to finding my daughter thing. Right.
Right.
Finding my
And finding my daughter thing. Well, like, Timmy's dead. It's day 31. There's no fucking way he's still alive.
I remember. It reminds me of the fucking Hyrule book meme post someone made for Link posting on like a Facebook thing about catching a bunch of fish. Enjoying
Oh
the
yeah, I
run
gotta
in
get
the
back to saving that
wild.
princess thing.
And then it's just Zelda in all caps commenting on his picture. Where are you? And then
Where?
I think it was Ganondorf, and then Ganondorf, Impa, and then one other person all liked the photo.
I just like the Evil Within 2. I just love how much it doesn't take it so
So
seriously
good.
in some aspects.
Oh yeah.
Because like the training, like the shooting round, shooting practice thing is like.
Yes, shooting practice.
First of all, if you do well, he goes, "Hell yes!"
Hell yeah.
And then once you get it all done,
Never
he's
gonna
like,
keep me down.
"Motherfucker." And like as soon as you get it all done, he's like, then I get back to finding my daughter thing.
Right?
And then there's also one part where if you go back to O'Neill, you go like, it's like, there's evil out there. Yeah, well, there's evil within
There's
too.
evil within too.
And then they both turn to the camera.
Yeah, they pause and turn to the camera.
I love when games are self-aware in a tasteful way.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm gonna make bone.
And just a whole lot of what Sebastian does, like, just enough of this shit.
Right.
If you were to run out of,
If you
were to run out of the church, you go like, oh fuck this shit. Or no, he goes like, fuck that.
so funny. I love Sebastian
I need to start-
Castellanos.
I
He's
need to
one of my favorite main characters.
He
in
is
any game I've ever played.
in one game he has become one of my favorites.
Wait, guys. Sebastian Castellanos, detective with a knife for Smash.
For Smash, hell yeah!
And his
I want
attacks are just the
that.
wide swings that take too long.
I want that amiibo. Nintendo, please.
Oh, the
Red-
Sebastian Castellanos amiibo.
Mr.
Yeah, Evil
Peter,
Within 2 for Switch win.
Miyamoto, give me that amiibo. Come on, guys. I know you're watching. I know you're out there.
I always thought like I forgot what that one meme what was called. What specific meme it was called? But it was like, so what gender are you? I'm a dad. Oh no, I mean like what's in your pants? It was like I just made like my own little meme of that like, so what gender are you? Oh, I'm a dad. No, I mean like what sex are you? I'm a detective. No, I mean what's in your pants? No, I mean what's in your pants? A knife.
A knife.
That is what he would say.
What's in your pants? A knife.
But yeah, Little Nightmares is really good. Like
Yeah.
the thing that it made Inside so not great was how simple the puzzles were, or how little they really reused certain things. Like, don't get me wrong, the game had amazing visuals and it had a great hour and a half.
You could get eaten by a dog. It was a 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah,
What?
but then the ending comes along.
Yeah, then the ending like shaves like a good 6 points off of that.
Oh yeah.
Then
just-
then you come back and look at the story and go, I have
You
no
can
idea.
get
what
eaten
the
by
fuck I
a
just-
dog. 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah, but in Little Nightmares, it's like they really ramp up, like, they make every part of that game interesting. Instead of just like, oh, here's a little bit of walking for no reason. They go, here's a little bit of atmosphere.
A tomosphere?
Like
Tomos.
right now, I'm still in the chef area.
Oh my god, the deer are on fire!
What?
What? They're running around on fire! I'm taking a picture of this right fucking now.
Screenshot, print screen. Whatever button you got, hit it all.
Oh, I missed it. There are 4 of them in here, and 2 of them were on fire.
Why are they specifically inside your house?
Because I saved and logged off the game, so they all, like, trees shittily regrow, and then...
So are they gonna fix that?
I hope they fix that. No, leave it.
I kind of hope they fix that.
I hope they fix it, but I kind of want them to not fix that.
I mean, there are so many deer. Did I get that picture? Because there are 4 of them in here. I can kill them if I want to.
Yeah, Little Nightmares is basically I called it a better inside because it is a better inside. There's just so much more you can do. Sure, the deaths aren't as satisfying, I guess. Like there is no getting torn apart by dogs.
Right.
Oh.
But that's really just like that's really just.
But wait, does it have the guardsman that runs up to you and snaps your neck?
No, but in the chef area, if a chef gets you, he'll go to the nearest oven and toss you in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, kick ass. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
but when you get captured by the guy with long arms, he just goes in and goes like, "Yeah, I got you."
I got you.
Right, which is
just reaches in real close.
Like I was expecting him to at least like tear my head off or something.
Right in the head. You guys are such good luck. Fuck these things. Oh, he dodged it. So okay, sometimes the AI will dodge. He just dodged it again. Oh, he's dead. Right in the face. But sometimes the AI will get super bugged out. So in order to dodge your arrows, like if you're shooting at them over and over again, they usually jump to the side or roll. But if you shoot them like 4 times and they don't get away from you, instead of running or jumping in, a fashion that would make sense to do, they run around in circles forever until you hit them. Like, they'll just run around in circles. Just on the same path. It makes them really easy to shoot, but they do not vary. There's no variance. And then they just run around until you either get too close and they attack you, or you just shoot them and kill them.
So this game is rated T with
E.
blood and violence. Sounds right up my alley.
What is inside?
Little Nightmares.
Or Little Nightmares, yeah.
Oh yeah. You should try.
Definitely not the forest.
Definitely. Yeah, the force is obviously E for 10 and up.
Obvious.
This looks like some kind of fucking
There's lots of nudity.
No, I think he's looking at Little Nightmares.
I know.
This looks like some kind of fucking Miyazaki meets Quentin Tarantino.
I don't know where you got the Tarantino part.
The blood and violence, dude. You not watched a Quentin Tarantino movie before?
Lots of things have blood and violence.
Yeah, and Quentin Tarantino's movies also have blood and violence.
Fucking
See?
piece of shit.
See? You questioned me, but I'm not wrong.
See, Quentin Tarantino has sued many companies because they've used blood and violence in their movies.
Right! He's got a trademark.
He's got a trademark on blood and violence.
Blood and violence.
There actually isn't a whole... Like, so far there hasn't been a whole lot of blood in Little Nightmares, but I did get to see some guy's arms get chopped off.
That's pretty violent.
Well, yeah, obviously it's violent, like... It's called Little Nightmares. It's basically...
It's a box full of toilet paper in the launch trailer.
Yeah, and you can pick those up and toss it.
Ooh.
Which
There's
is
also a
one
bunch
of
of
the
guys that
deers
look
is-
like creepy fat dudes out of a Miyazaki film that try to eat you.
The chef.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the
There's a bunch of
chef.
them.
Yeah, I don't know who's after the chef, but so far the chef is probably the creepiest thing. The guy with the long arms is creepy, but the chef, like, he breathes heavily.
I don't know. There seems to be a lot more creepy things than a chef here in the. There's.
I don't like watching trailers because they always ruin things for me. I try to avoid them whenever I can. But yeah, Little Nightmares so far is really good. Like, it's better than Inside. Just for the reason alone that it has save slots.
Like kind of like a save state thing for
Just
ROMs,
saves, just
or-
like it has 3 save slots for like different kinds of playthroughs.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing different to do each playthrough. I think that's just for like if you want to have another person play or something. But yeah, I played that. I've also tried out Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action.
What?
That sounds like the greatest game.
It is a visual novel kind of game, but in between it, you have to buy items that your character wants so that she can focus on her job. And once you're in the bar, make drinks for patrons. And it's fairly easy. It's not like extremely hard. Like oh, you want something sweet? Okay, I'll look at the database for sweet alcoholic drinks, and I'll make you something that seems to suit you, that kind of thing. And the way of the story is apparently like people will tell you more if you get them more drunk or something, or I don't know, like things can change depending on what you give them. And so far I like it. I mean, it's got some amazing music. And oh, it's kind of also a relaxing game because you're just making drinks for people and listening to them talk.
Yeah. Here's a fun-looking one.
Okay.
This game's called Rolling Line.
What's it called?
Rolling Line.
Now let me look that up.
It's a train simulator, but it's VR capable.
Oh, so you can be the train.
No, you can be the guy that builds all the trains and sits and watches.
Well, what's the fucking point?
Well, if you want VR actual train driving simulator, you play Train Simulator.
And all of its $1,000 DLCs.
Yes, the thousands of dollars you'll spend on its DLC. Like, all good. No, you can drive the train. You can climb inside the train and drive the train. Never mind, I was wrong. I should have
Best
watched
game
the
ever.
whole video before saying things. And there's not thousands of dollars of DLC. This game only costs $13.99.
Yeah. Let's see. Another game I got was My Time at Porsche.
Which I'm going to get.
You spent time inside a car?
Shut up.
I'm clever.
I love like shut up.
No, My Time at Porsche is to call it basically, it's basically just like, it's Stardew Valley in 3D, and it has a much more heavy focus on crafting and workshopping. You can still farm, but it's not, the focus isn't on that. Because your job is to be like an engineer, and you gotta build things and help people get like, oh, I want this bridge built. And you're like, okay, I gotta build the parts for this bridge, and then make the bridge. But also, it has like the parts where you go out and you talk to other people and you get to learn about them. What's interesting about it is that it takes place in the post-apocalypse.
Oh.
The past apocalypse?
But it's it's a post-apocalypse where nothing was like extremely destroyed. Humanity kind of just destroyed themselves.
As humanity does.
Technology advanced way too far, and because of that we destroyed ourselves. So we're trying to rebuild, and there's this whole thing where like if you can mine down in those ruins, but if you find any data disks, give them to us and we'll fucking destroy it. We don't want that advanced weaponry to be made again.
And then if it gets made again.
And there's like,
right,
I'm pretty sure.
And it turns out the engineering firm you work for wants you to make it again. It's like, ah, fuck.
No, because you're your own engineer. You come to Porsche
Right.
because your father is on the other side of the world, and you decided to go off on your own and work at the shop that he used to have. And so you're basically trying to make yourself like the best engineer in that town, and get yourself above that asshole Higgins. Fuck that guy.
God, fucking Higgins. He's just
Fuck
like
no, seriously,
Hammer Industries.
seriously, fucking Higgins. The asshole.
You guys ever heard of a game called Beat Saber?
No.
I want to buy a VR system now.
There's also a character named Mr. Bear. There's a bear character in this game.
Oh, I love talking animals.
He doesn't. He goes like. "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." He like you can't understand what he's saying, but he seems nice.
But But he seems nice. He's well-meaning.
I mean, he hasn't mauled me yet.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yet. Still waiting.
So, yeah, but so far the game's actually pretty.
Jury's out on that.
The game's actually pretty fun. It's very heavily Stardew Valley focused, but it does well enough to like get away from that and make it its own thing. I will say the main character's male voice acting is not that great. It's like Zelda CDI levels of bad voice acting. I wonder what Ganon's up to.
Oh boy, I'm so hungry I could eat a dodongo.
I eat a dodongo.
I want to eat a dodongo.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to. My boy.
My boy.
My boy!
Only Link.
I need to watch that whole thing because it just looks so dumb.
Oh, it's so good.
Boy!
Have you guys ever just? Have you guys ever just looked up? Have you guys ever just looked up like Resident Evil 1 original voice acting?
Oh, it's fucking horrendous. I played Resident Evil 1.
Horrendous.
I've looked it up.
Or amazing.
No, it's pretty fucking heinous. It was heinous when it
Jill,
came out.
you're here too? Yes. Barry, you're
Yes.
here too?
Yes.
What is it? It's a weapon. It's
It's a
extremely
weapon.
powerful, especially against living things.
So fucking dumb.
And then there's this one part where this guy has like these 2 huge holes punctured through his chest because he got bitten by a snake. He's like, "It's a monster. It's poisonous." It's like, I don't think that matters, dude.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah, the
think
poison's
that
like
matters,
pretty
dude.
secondary.
Your giant
It's a
puncher.
monster.
My bone basket.
You almost
full.
became a Jill sandwich.
You, you almost.
And then there's like House of the Dead 2 voice acting is also amazing.
I love.
Don't come! Don't come! Don't come! Ah! I don't want to die! There's nothing we could do. And he just dies and he's just standing and just go, "There's nothing we could do."
There's nothing we could do.
And then Emperor! the last guy, like Goldman, I think his name was. He was like, "The man created the greatest sin! The sin of mankind! This is the final battle!"
Oh god, that's so funny.
Like, there's nothing better than actually, like just
I
hilariously
absolutely
bad
forgive-
voice acting.
Oh yeah, I can absolutely get a job. Because
It's
that's
Big
the
Green!
thing. It's Big Green!
Let that child alone.
Let let that child alone.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, we're basically talking about the Big Green dub of Dragon Ball Z. And basically, this company, they acquired the rights to be able to do this, but they had no idea what the fuck they were doing. They didn't know what English was, I guess. Nobody in the cast knew what English was.
What's
Let
the English
that
again?
child alone.
Let that
Let
child
that
alone.
child alone.
Just look up the
Approach
Big Green.
child, approach the child casually.
Don't! He's too
I
powerful!
need an
Oh, I wish you could have told me that sooner. Just look at the Big Green dub and you'll have a very good time. 'Cause
It is basically
Goku says Kamehameha when he does anything, any action.
Any action?
any action.
Any like action that requires a lot of exertion, he goes Kamehameha. Like if he's breaking out of like ice, he goes Kamehameha.
What?
Oh god.
This
Apparently,
would actually be more entertaining than the actual show. Ironically.
apparently there's this like thing that came out of one of the recent episodes, like maybe a few weeks ago, where a bunch of people are pointing guns at Goku, and then Trunks is like,
Oh yeah.
"He's up." I don't remember the exact line, but it's like, "No, don't shoot him. He's not black."
Right? Don't shoot.
And,
Don't shoot. This man isn't black.
and
Yeah.
the thing is, because Goku black.
You can take out of context.
Right. Goku black.
Oh, it's just fucking great.
Though who he turns out to be is actually pretty interesting.
I do want to watch Dragon Ball Super. Oh fuck you! I just hit a goose. I want that goose.
You want that goose?
Oh, I don't know if there are anything special about them, but I just shot one, so hopefully I can go find it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'd recommend more time with Horse. I know we've been like speaking a lot just randomly because you're either going off on tangents or one of the deer in Drew's game just combusts
they
into
all
flames.
caught fire. Yeah, they all caught fire and died. There's no more deer. I skinned them though and took their meat and built an extra drying rack for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say we usually have a docket, but I don't think we touched.
We do. Well, I mean, the docket of that thing was like my birthday, what I got for my birthday, and what I think of those things.
Okay, so I just found another problem with the forest. There are rocks underwater, and one of the mechanics of the game is if you hang out near a rock, birds will collect on the rock so that you can kill them and get feathers and small meat.
Oh God.
I just found 2 birds in the middle of a lake at the bottom of it, just chilling on this rock.
Like birds usually do.
Yeah,
As birds
aqua
do.
birds.
This seems par for the course. Don't think that's a bug. And
I think those are called fish.
10 out of 10, totally realistic. Very, very playable.
Best game ever. I'm so immersed.
My
I'm
immersion
so
level.
immersed. What?
I need to contact my immersion scientist so I can determine exactly where my immersion levels are at.
Wait a minute.
What?
Are there cannibals in my base? Ah! There are cannibals in my base! Get away!
0 to 10, totally not immersive, literally unplayable. Why would I put cannibals in my base?
In my
Really?
base.
You just grow them. They hang on trees.
No, you grow them in the greenhouse, not inside the base.
Now apparently there is like a limited amount of cannibals on the island, right?
Oh, well, that would be... hopefully, yes. But there are a lot of them if there's a limited number.
Well, I mean, what else do you do besides cannibalizing? Fuck.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's true.
That's precisely what I was thinking. I was like, well, there are both male and female cannibals. And they are always...
No, never mind. No, they're not limited. Nope, you're fucked.
Unlike Drew, in another game where there are 9 females and 80,000 men.
Freaking Gothic 3. With the no reproduction ever because there just aren't women.
Hey, that world doesn't matter anymore. It's a shitty place anyway. No one cares. Since...
Oh, the cannibals are calling for more cannibals. Damn it.
And I guess we can use this as a thing to transition to So the Stardew Valley multiplayer beta came out.
Yes.
I got to try it.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good. The first night it came out, it was a bit broken because I upgraded my backpack and it took the money. Then I accidentally got disconnected and I lost the backpack. Luckily, they fixed that. So we're good in that department. But yeah, it's interesting because like one person has the main house, the other 3 have their own smaller houses.
Oh.
Yeah, and you all share money. You all share the same amount of money.
Oh, okay.
I see.
And nobody's taking penny. Nobody. Stay away. My girl. Yeah, so far it's good. It's pretty basic, you know. It's basically just Stardew Valley with multiplayer. Now you can play with other people.
A bunch of you instead.
Yeah.
Explode into bones. Stardew Valley multiplayer is something I might check out.
I heard they're also
I love
going to
Stardew
add in like some more single player things as well. I think I'm
pretty excited about single player stuff because that game is amazing.
Well, I mean, I already put enough hours in that game to justify how much money I gave it. $15 for let's see, nearly 200 hours of gameplay. Sure.
Jesus, yeah, that's awesome.
Hey,
I think I got just over 100.
I had like almost 3,000 hours on the fucking game.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Todd Howard. Fuck you.
Hey, you want to buy
Swear to
another
God,
copy of
I am fully expecting E3 to be the announcement of Skyrim for the McDonald's wrist games.
Yeah, yup.
Maybe hopefully this year they'll either announce like some Evil Within 2 DLC or
God, Love it.
Or Skyrim 2,
Immediately buy it.
because that's
No,
what they
Skyrim,
that's what they would call it.
Skyrim the Super
Skyrim
Special
2.
Edition. We've remastered it.
Called
again.
Skyrim 2, but doesn't take place in Skyrim.
And it's the exact same game.
It's Oblivion, also known as Oblivion 3, also known as
Oblivion
Morrowind 4,
3.
also known as Daggerfall 5, also known as Arena 6. Six.
Hey, you know all of them.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know all of them.
Well, yeah, it was one of my favorite game series.
Isn't Arena and Daggerfall done like Fallout 1 and 2?
What do you mean?
Daggerfall is a two-dimensional exploration game, which is really funny because if you walk around the people, they are 2D. They're just flat, and they turn with you.
Oh,
You
okay.
can see them turn.
Not like
very
I think Daggerfall was first person.
Yeah, Daggerfall was first person.
So it's not like Paper Mario.
No.
No.
But yeah, Daggerfall is hilariously, like...
Yeah, because I played Morrowind and I honestly didn't care for how the game was set up. Like, honestly...
I like Morrowind more than Skyrim.
Had I played Morrowind before Oblivion, I don't think I would have played any of the Elder Scrolls games. But that's
I might get back into Morrowind. I only played it like a little bit for stopping.
Yeah, I didn't like how the skill system was set up. That was the biggest thing I didn't like.
I didn't like how there weren't any boobs.
I didn't like it either.
No big boobs. It makes you sad.
Well, there were boobs. You just had to get
No
the better
big
buttons
boobs!
mod.
But if you had it for console, you didn't have that luxury.
Yeah, that's true.
But then when we console, we didn't know mods existed.
Yeah. So, I actually heard something along the grapevine about Microsoft trying to get back into Japan in terms of like trying to make games from Japanese companies.
Oh.
Were they trying to save the Xbox?
Well, if you guys don't remember, what was the last Japanese game they tried to make? Scalebound.
Microsoft? I don't...
What is it?
Scalebound.
Never
I don't
heard
know
of it.
what that is.
Scalebound was a game made by Platinum Games. It was like a game like one of the directors wanted to make. They always wanted to make it. It was kind of like, it looked a lot like Monster Hunter, but it was like 4-player co-op, and you each had a dragon you can ride.
Ooh, a Durgan.
And it looked really cool, actually. And the game actually looked really cool and very fun. Then they canceled it. Microsoft canceled it.
Oh.
They kind of fucked over Platinum almost. Because that was like, they were trying to like, they were relying on that game or another game. Since that game was canceled, they had to rely on another game called Nier Automata. Which was one of the most popular games of 2017.
They're coming out for like almost everything though.
Nier?
Yeah,
No, it's not coming out for Xbox.
but Microsoft was working on it, right?
No.
Oh, I
Nier-
think I lost you somewhere.
Platinum Games was working on it.
Oh, see, I lost you somewhere along that.
Well, fuck you.
Sorry,
I need to go
Your story
And-
was lengthy, and I lost some of the details.
And Nier basically just like kind of saved the company from closing down, which was awesome. And also kind of just a huge fuck you to Microsoft. And now Microsoft wants to get back in Japan, apparently. And I don't know if they'll be very successful, because not many people like Xbox in Japan.
I mean, not many people seem to like Xbox in America.
In America. Oh, yeah!
Oof!
Not
Oof!
anymore.
Oof!
Yeah, I think that there's a woof. Woof.
Roblox death sound. Oof! Jeez, man.
Heavy.
Savage. Dab on the maters.
When you make the good meme.
Oh yeah, so apparently a demo for Beyond 2, not Beyond 2, what the fuck's wrong with me? His other game, Detroit Beyond, what the fuck's wrong with me?
Detroit Rock City?
I was about to say Detroit Beyond Two Souls.
Love Detroit Rocks.
Detroit Become Human.
D-Rocks.
Oh, that.
Yeah, apparently the demo came out, and in it, there's a thing in the story where androids have to sit in the back of a bus.
Okay.
Man, hold on. I need to get far away from my microphone just to get the sarcasm across. I wonder what kind of message he's trying to give there. Wow.
Hang on, I gotta get farther from the mic so that I can give you the true level of sarcasm.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just. I wonder if he's trying to equate androids with black people.
Wait, you forgot to mention, I wonder if it's also because it's in Detroit. I feel like you should do your entire spiel about this game in the sarcasm distance zone.
I wonder if it's because it's also in Detroit.
The sarcasm distance zone.
Yeah, I feel like you should do everything you have to say about this game in the sarcasm distance zone.
Well, once it comes out, once I see two best friends like rip it apart, then I will have a whole segment where I'm just standing by my door away from my microphone and just screaming.
Okay, you're just screaming incoherently. There's no actual words.
Anyway, so so I just David Cage, you are so trans-fucking-parent, man.
Is he though?
He's so transparent. Like, he's so transparent, there are multiple bingo boards about what will be in his games.
Oh, dude. Honestly, like, those bingo boards and, like, I've seen some of them for his games. I would be dead if it was a drinking game in, like, the first 2 minutes of a game. Like, wouldn't make it 2 minutes into one of his games.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna go through one of them again. Let's see. Retroactive plot changes.
Oh.
Zero chemistry, straight romance.
Oh.
Unnecessary rape peril.
I mean, it's like a snake.
Ugh.
And this isn't just the David Cage bingo board. It's the Detroit David Cage bingo board.
Specifically for that game.
Pity the sex bots.
Pity the sex.
Timed dialogue choices.
What timed dialogue?
Whoa, wait. What did you just post in Discord?
That's
Me?
my shark head.
It's a
Your what?
That's my shark head.
it's a shark head. He's proud of it.
Oh.
I have this shark head now. I'm
Game
gonna go
overs.
mount it on my wall.
Of course, one of his favorite lines: "Game overs are a failure of the game designer."
Game overs are a failure. I remember seeing that and literally just shaking my head like, who the fuck?
Keep in mind, his past games had game overs.
I guess all his past games are failures.
Oppressed white people.
Oppressed white people.
Oppressed white people.
Scene lovingly devoted to totally mundane actions. In quotes, "You're one of them."
Oh god.
Basically a scene where I guess either the androids or the humans go, "You're one of them." Magical minority.
Magical minority.
Your choices don't matter.
Well, I feel like that's gonna happen no matter what.
Cageverse JPEG.
Cageverse JPEG.
Free space, racist black character.
Wait. Before we go
Free
to that,
space.
before we go to free space, let's back up 2 spaces. What do you mean by Cageverse JPEG?
I have no idea. It could be that probably because it might just like they'll try and connect it with the other games. For example, one of his first games was a game called Omicron. In Indigo Prophecy, which was his next game, if you read one of the newspapers, it says Omicron movie gotta be coming out.
Oh god. Never make that. Never make it real.
And not only that, in the tutorial of the game, he's in it. There is a model of him in that game, telling you about how to play the game. Not only that, but there's an extra when you beat the game called the dance, like I forgot what it's called, but like it's a dance party video of all the characters in the game dancing, their models, and he's grinding up against one of the girl characters.
What?
Oh.
It's so fucking weird. Anyway, the free space is racist black character. The free space is racist black character. Cage's ideal woman returns, which is brunette, short hair, white.
So Rapunzel at the end of Tangled.
Well, except she's...
Yeah?
Well, I mean, also, they're not a good character.
Spoilers? Just kidding.
God, spoilers! That movie's
Well,
like
the difference between that and David Cage's game is that in David Cage's game, they're bad characters.
I mean, it's a David Cage. Is anybody a good character?
Also, okay, and then there's like next one is surrounded by exclamation points. Quick times. Supernatural shenanigans.
Quick Times is in Macromedia? Quick Time?
Quick time.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Next one is the Luddites were right.
The what?
The Luddites. Those are basically people who aren't. I think it's those people who like don't like technology.
Oh, okay.
In exclamation points, immersion.
Immersion.
then the next one, commentary sur la politique américaine. Basically, him trying to get his like commentary in on the American politics.
Oh, I mean, you gotta push that political agenda. You're not a good game developer.
Asian stereotype.
Wait, I couldn't understand you. I think your mic was inside your mouth.
Asian stereotype.
Oh, okay.
Showers are mandatory.
I mean,
Which means that no, there's usually going to be a scene where a female character is taking a shower.
Oh, what if I want to see a man take a shower?
That's fucking gay. What the fuck, man?
Whoa, it's not gay.
If you say no homo. If you say no homo after seeing it, you're not gay. It cancels out.
Right, that's how Riley would explain it.
Racist black character multi-ball bonus.
What?
There's a
multi-ball bonus, like a pinball machine.
Awkward sexual harassment scene. Characterization is a failure of the game designer.
Wait, what?
Characterization is a failure of the game designer.
I feel like this isn't actually a bingo board for his game, but actually a bingo board for like The Office.
And then this is one of the bigger ones. Oversized domiciles. Basically, these characters have houses that are way too big for their salaries.
Oh, okay.
In Heavy Rain, one of the characters is like a reporter or like a journalist. How much money do you think a journalist makes?
I actually know how much they make. Garbage.
She has an amazing fucking apartment. It's huge.
Peter Parker was a journalist, and he lives with his fucking aunt.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's because his aunt is Marisa Tomei.
I live with my aunt too. She was Marisa Tomei. I don't know what you're saying.
Anyway, yeah. So that
Marisa Tomei's hot though.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically Detroit Become Human. Once it's out, we will definitely be talking about it and how shitty it is.
There's
awesome.
no way in the hell it's gonna
There's
be
no
good.
way it can't. Like Heavy Rain, sure, it had some good points and it had some interesting mechanics, but it's not good. It's good for a David Cage game, I guess.
David Cage game and good in the same sentence.
Now,
It's
speaking
funny-
of,
It's funny how you try to speak English, but screw the language up completely. Those words can't be used.
speaking of shitty decisions, Sega has no current plans for a Sonic Mania sequel.
Why?
But what? Why? Isn't that like their cash cow game?
Let's see, despite being well received, it's not a mainline entry like how its counterpart Falling Force was designed. A new interview with series producer Takashi Iizuka has more details on the title, how it was received, and more. When asked for a sequel, Iizuka joked, saying perhaps the next one will be Sonic Mania Dash, but then confirmed after the physical version for Sonic Mania, the team feels they've done everything they can for the project. While he doesn't rule out that a sequel could happen, this is a clear indication that there are no current plans for a sequel. Why? Like, if I was Sega, I'd cancel any and all plans for a 3D Sonic and just go back, just double down on Sonic Mania.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Is it? I want to ask first. Is it too soon to make Avengers memes yet?
Oh yeah, by the way, about that, I just spoiled the game. I just spoiled the whole thing for myself.
After you explain it, Fritz, all I can think of is Mario looking over at Sonic and
I don't feel so good.
good.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about Avengers?
We can
Not
talk
really.
about the Avengers.
Because I spoiled the whole thing for myself because I didn't give a shit. I would have had to.
I'm not really...
I would have had to watch so many movies just to get caught up on it.
I've
You haven't
worked
seen
with
the
so much
Avengers.
over the last like 2 weeks. I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
So I'm guessing you guys both know what happens.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll watch it together.
we
Half
saw
of everyone in the entire universe, spoilers, dies.
spoilers. Right? Spoilers.
They don't die.
They don't
just disappear.
die.
Well, obviously they aren't going to stay dead. They killed Peter Parker. He's like,
Right.
they're gonna bring him back.
Hey, you don't know that because without Doctor Strange, there's literally nobody that can fight Thanos. I've read the comics. He's literally.
Oh, like they're gonna follow
Well,
the fucking comics.
Adam Warlock
Actually, movie
is the one that they're gonna
super
use to
fucking
fight
accurate.
Thanos because he's the only one that can use the Infinity Gauntlet other than Thanos. So Adam Warlock is definitely the next movie's hero.
Who's Adam Warlock?
Wouldn't Thanos just snap his fingers and make him erased from existence?
No, because Adam Warlock is also a being of purity. Anyway, Adam Warlock
Oh, okay.
is in the comic books. He's this. He's a being of purity who has the same will as Thanos, but he's not a psycho crazy person. And he can use all 6 Infinity Stones as well as.
I get the feeling that Thanos being considered a psycho crazy person is a matter of perspective. Because if you share his perspective, he's not a psycho crazy person. But if you have a different perspective than him, he would see him like a crazy psycho person.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
He definitely made some poor choices.
What do you mean poor choice? I don't know what you're talking about.
Understood the whole fact of if you want to achieve your goals, you need to be ready to sacrifice.
You need to be ready to murder your daughter.
Hey, if that's what it takes, that's what it
For
takes.
no reason, because the Soul Stone is greedier than the other stones, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know.
So was that the only stone that actually required him to do something?
Yeah, it was
Yes,
the only one that required
unless-
any kind of sacrifice for some reason.
Unless the Stone of Power needed something special off screen, then yes, it is the only
Which they
thing that required him
wouldn't
to do
not
something.
show if it did.
I mean, otherwise, all he had to do was beat the shit out of Doctor Strange and just rip fucking, what's his name's forehead open.
Right.
I don't remember
Vision.
his name because he didn't get to fucking do anything in the whole movie except get the shit kicked out of him.
Except
And then he
for
just- and then
getting
he
his
died. Then he
ass.
died and his bitch disappeared too. So whatever. I don't even know what her name was. Like I never. Learned
I don't even know what her name
She didn't even do anything. She
was.
was such a pain in the ass. Like, had he just fucked off, he would have been fine. He'd have been great. He'd still be alive. No, you can't leave. We'll be fine. Oh, great, bitch. He just ripped my forehead open. Thanks.
Who are we talking about?
Scarlet Witch.
Oh, you mean, and the guy with the red
Vision.
face?
The other red face, not Red Hood. The other red faced guy. I can't remember his name either.
And then isn't the Red Skull in there?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's on Hoth for some reason where they get
He's
where they
on
get the
Hoth.
Soul Stone for some reason. It's on Hoth, and I was like, isn't that guy the dude from the Captain America movie? How
Yes,
is he on
that's who
another
it
planet?
is.
Like, how did he end up on Hoth? That doesn't make sense.
Listen,
Well,
they just,
I haven't
Apparently,
seen. I've
the
like the
Tesseract-
last movie. I've seen the first Thor movie, the first Captain America movie, the first Iron Man movie, and then Ant-Man, and then I saw this one. So like, I have no idea what goes on in the Marvel universe. Like, none of these characters I know who any of them are. So I was like on the unbiased third party seeing this film, and then like everything about this movie was great. And I'm sitting there thinking,
Yeah,
like,
I
why
liked
did you
the
say
movie.
Beth hated this movie? And then we get to like the last 5 minutes, and I go, "There's no Act 3 in this movie. No wonder Beth hates this movie."
Yeah, it doesn't actually end. It's just
that's because the third act is in the
No,
sequel.
it's another movie. Yeah.
Freelance, you understand this probably as good as both of us understand it. What do you never do in a film if it's going to be a 2-part film?
Lines racing. I don't know. I might be able to There's so many things you shouldn't do if it's a two-parter.
But the biggest thing is you don't make your Act 3 start in the second film. You don't write a 2-act film. Ever. That's stupid.
Well, yeah, one thing you should, if you want to do two-parters, is that make it enough to accompany a 3-act structure in each movie.
You're right. In each movie.
Only follows a 2-act structure.
Like, if we're going to go with the second movie, it's probably going to have start off with, like, everyone's dead, it's so hopeless, there's nothing we could do. Act 1, Act 2, there's something we could do. Act 3, it's done.
Right, Act 3, it's done.
Well, and I guess in this, it's just like, Thanos kill.
Yeah, it's
no Act 3.
1, Thanos is coming and he's gathering the Infinity Stones. Act 2, he
guess who, bitch?
Stones to kill a life. And then
the movie
Act
ends.
3, Prophet.
It was just question mark.
Right.
No, it wasn't. No. Act 3 was the like minute and a half ending segment of motherfucker.
Oh yeah, motherfucker.
Which I was like, how does that make sense? How do you get rid of Fury? And then Phil goes, oh no, dude, he's got like a million fucking robot clones of himself. He's gonna be back. He'll be fine.
It's true. He does have robots.
I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. But then wouldn't Thanos erase parts of wouldn't the robots count as life then?
Not with that, dude.
No, because his don't like. He keeps a lot of them turned
Now
off.
that's a question of posthumanism.
I'm getting too cryptic on whether or not the Infinity Stones recognize robotic life as human.
Well, you know what would have been my favorite ending of all time? Thanos snaps his fingers, and half of all life is gone. And as he's sitting there, looking out at the sunset, watching a sunrise on a grateful universe, he also just turns into dust.
I feel like the movie would have ended better if he
I would have freaked out and loved it. Like that would have been the best way to end the movie ever.
Just like at the end of The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah,
that would have been a fucking. That would have been a fucking standing ovation. How did The Last Jedi?
No, yeah, that would have been a standing ovation. Exactly. Oh my god. Because the whole second movie would just be Adam Warlock trying to find out where Thanos was when he died, and to get the Infinity Gauntlet.
Or no, it's like finding out where he is, because they don't know he's dead yet.
So wait, the next movie would just end up being Adam Warlock starring in Avengers: Silent Hill.
Yes, that's exactly what it would be.
But no, how did Last Jedi end? Because honestly, like, if you haven't seen this movie, Thanos and Thor, and then Bruce Banner, not the Hulk, Bruce Banner are the 3 best characters.
Oh yeah, Bruce Banner
and
for
then also,
sure.
Like, the main 4 characters of this movie that are actually, like, the best characters are Thanos, Thor, Bruce Banner, and Doctor Strange.
Actually,
I'll replace Thor with Stark.
I like Doctor Strange. I like the movie of Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is amazing.
Doctor Strange was an amazing looking movie.
After seeing him in this, I actually have to go back and see his movie.
Dormammu?
Really
I want to make a bargain.
Yeah, Dormammu.
Dormammu? I'm here to make a bargain. He just then he gets fucking smashed. Dormammu!
Last Jedi end because I haven't watched any of the new Star Wars since the 7th movie came out, and I literally watched it and went, "This was good, but it's not Star Wars."
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I liked The Last Jedi when it came out, and as the days go by, I'm like, it was good.
Well,
it wasn't.
How did it end? Because you guys said it ended a certain
Luke Skywalker just fucking dies.
He just dies.
Yeah, he drifts like away into the Force. Like he becomes one with the Force. But the developers. What am I saying? The director actually made a mistake, and they got on a talk show and admitted their mistake and was like,
what about this robot hand?
Yeah, we're super sorry. We made a mistake, and we wish we could edit it because you're absolutely right. This shouldn't have happened. When Luke disappears, so does his robot arm. But his robot arm wouldn't be part of the Force. It would have just fallen. It didn't fall, so
oops.
They apologized for it. They were like, "Nope, we fucked it up. Our bad."
I've had a bunch of people who saw that were like, "No, you have much more to apologize for."
I'm sorry, but I don't feel so Jedi.
Yeah, it's like if that was if
Disappears
if Thanos were to just completely turn to dust, the glove would just cling to the ground.
Yeah, it would just fall to the ground, and we'd have to wait.
I still think the best part about it is, oh, they're gonna do it. They're gonna make the Mind Stone break, and he literally just throws it aside. And says, really? I have time magic. Click. Okay, I'm gonna
Right.
rip that out now.
I have time
what
magic,
the fuck, guys? He
dumbasses.
has the Time Stone. What are you doing? Like, don't waste time on this. Fight him or run.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like, obviously not the characters that died aren't gonna stay dead, because
Right.
people
They
love
should-
Guardians of the Galaxy,
For the-
people
for
love
the sake
Spider-Man,
of the poor story writing, they should just stay dead.
and they killed a black character. They can't just
No,
keep.
they dusted a black character. That dude got dusted.
He's dusted.
Man,
Also,
it must be really
was-
insensitive if any of the characters who died were Jewish.
Black Panther felt like he was literally in this movie just for the sake of plot device. His second, the lady girl from the chick with the spear.
I wonder.
She did more work than
Yeah.
he did.
Well, I wonder if the
Yep,
dust,
she's
like,
awesome.
I wonder if like any of the Jewish people in the world got turned to dust. Man, that would have been insensitive of Thanos. Like, the issue isn't that they died, it's like, you decided to turn them to dust. That's it? Really? You could have done anything, but you decided to turn them to dust?
It's
Don't you-
dust, not ash. That's two different things.
I kind of count them as the same thing in some regards. Like, ash is basically just...
Scientifically, they're actually.
It's
two
not
different
Dust Wednesday.
things. No, it's not.
It's
I
Wednesday,
don't-
my
And
dudes.
it's not even related to the same thing.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
This Wednesday, my dudes.
Alright. So,
Still, honestly, the best line in the film though is easily, "You should have aimed for the head."
Yeah, that was a really well-placed good line.
Very well done.
I'm just glad that the Mind Stone was last. That ended up being... That ended up making a lot of sense.
I gotta
Because,
admit, the way they were able to draw attention to get their hands on it to force him out like that was really well done.
the
like-
Mind Stone...
Tactically, it was really well done how they were able to outflank them and get in there. Like
you know who I feel bad for? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
yeah, and...
That movie
Quince-
isn't gonna get shit.
Nope. Hawkeye also... I feel bad for him.
No, I
We
mean
don't
the
even
movie,
know
just
if-
the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp, because that's in between
Oh, yeah.
the two movies.
Yep. No one's gonna care about that.
Everyone's gonna be like, who cares?
I'm going,
The
though.
movie was good enough that I would go see Ant-Man.
Yep.
I just-
I know
how do you-
Zach
how
is
do you
really
end
gonna
it?
want to
Just
see
like-
it. So.
They finished their whole movie. At the very end of the movie, half the fucking movie cast just turns to dust. Like, the fuck's going on?
Yep. That would be the best. I want that.
I wonder how the Netflix movies are gonna take it. Or not Netflix movies, the Netflix shows.
So wait, with the whole thing of the Miss
Yeah.
Marvel at the end of it with
True.
Nick Fury calling her, what happens if Miss Marvel turned to dust? Like, is there even a movie then?
Shut up.
Like, how does he know she didn't get dusted?
I wonder what happened to Squirrel Girl.
Dust.
Uh-oh.
I want.
It's time to get nuts!
Dust.
I want Ant-Man and Wasp to have just a moment at the end where certain people just start fading away. It's like, what's going on? Holy crap! And I want freaking Hawkeye. I want him to show up in the next movie and go like, he shows up to the Avengers and like, guys, my wife and my oldest daughter are fucking gone. What happened?
I trusted you! Yeah, because isn't that what happens
He
at
just
the end of
shows
this?
up like, what the fuck did you do?
At the end of the second movie, he
Tony's
retired,
just sitting
didn't
in
he?
the dust, like, yeah,
Yeah, he retired.
fucked up a little bit. Shit happened. Wait, no, Tony gets it. He's stuck on a distant planet because they can't get
Yeah,
back. to
he's
Doctor
on
Strange.
Titan with Nebula and just can't get off.
It's a
Because
random
Doctor
character to be
Strange
with,
has the entire
to be
Guardians
honest.
of the
That
Galaxy
is a random character to be with.
Yeah, like,
with
I-
Nebula.
I think the best picture I've seen is Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3, and it's just a raccoon.
It's just a raccoon sitting on the street, just like
I can't make another Guardians of the Galaxy until this next Avengers movie comes out because there's none of them left.
Yep, that is fantastic. I've seen that picture and it is amazing. Love it.
It's like, wow, these action figures are pretty good. And it's just dust.
Yeah, I cleaned off my fan earlier and I found all of my Avengers.
Right. I liked the movie. I just wanted it to be more about Thanos than it was. Like, I wanted it.
You wanted to see his backstory when he was like a young lad and he was like all strapping and.
I wanted every stone to have a requirement.
Yeah, I mean, I got enough
like
out of the movie, the characters I wanted to see. I got a lot of Thanos, and I really like Thanos as a character. Like, he's awesome.
He's
I got enough out of Doctor Strange that I was like, all right, I really like this character too. And I got to see more of Thor, and I really liked Thor as a character in his first movie. It's like, oh, sweet, this is more Thor. Thor is awesome. There's a lot of Thor screen time. And I got to meet the raccoon, and the raccoon turned out to be fucking badass, and I like the raccoon.
Oh yeah, everyone loves the raccoon.
Yeah, Rock.
You know who he's voiced by, right?
No.
I forgot his name.
Nope.
Oh.
I like MCU Thor. I don't like comic.
Oh, Bradley Cooper.
I still like how
Bradley
Doctor
Cooper's awesome.
Strange's attendant, his the Asian guy that looked like Odd Job from James Bond, is just kind of like,
yes.
you know,
His
Thanos
name
is coming. He's gonna come steal He's gonna come steal the stones and just wipe out half the universe. But I have to protect the house. And that dude fucks off for the whole rest of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure after the movie ends and Stark's standing there with Gamora's sister, and they're just kind of like, we're on Titan trapped. He's just thinking to himself like, that dude is not coming to my wedding anymore.
Oh yeah. That dude is not coming to my wedding. I think his name is Hong. Or
oh yeah, he was.
I remember it just being really funny. He's like, "You're invited to my wedding."
Yeah, Wong, you're invited to my wedding.
And then they just disappear. They don't do whatever.
I mean, is Pepper dust?
Who fucking knows?
She specifically only her turned to Pepper.
It's just a pot of pepper.
It's like, man,
Pepper pots.
My girlfriend. I'm gonna put her on my salad. Make it taste all nice and good.
Yeah, it's still like I just don't understand a lot of that movie. And maybe it's part of because I didn't see that in the movies, but at the same time, like, again,
yeah.
I feel like that ending was a time constraint ending, and I don't like that. That's what it feels like.
It's funny because it was a very long movie.
That movie was almost 3 hours long.
Almost 3 hours long, yeah.
And, like, people can argue, oh, well, the movie's too long. Like, look at fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, no, I actually wanted it to be longer than it was.
Like, I went and saw Lord of the Rings in theater. That's
But
almost 4-hour trip to the movies.
The whole Soul Stone thing really rubs me the wrong way, because it's like...
Why does only one have a requirement?
So, yeah, only one has a requirement.
I mean,
suddenly...
To be
Red
fair,
Skull.
at the same time, from what I've heard, each stone technically has a requirement in the comics.
They probably...
Ridiculously powerful, and like normally, if you're any average person, like if Tony Stark tried to grab one of those stones, he would just explode.
Yes.
It would just blow him up into a million pieces.
That is true. Some people...
What if he grabbed it with his suit?
Avengers, Tony could probably use the Mind Stone, but that's it. Most of the Avengers could use one. There are a few people, like the Scarlet Witch, who can use 2 at the same time, but only Thanos and Adam Warlock can use all 6 because they are being
Yeah, I
secured.
saw you, MLG Doge Squad. You're back.
Hi!
Yeah, the raccoon is voiced by Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper's
Oh, okay.
awesome.
I don't know who that is. So he's now the raccoon. That's
He's
how I
now
know
the
him.
raccoon, yeah. He's the
You're-
rabbit.
You ever watched
He's
like
the rabbits.
you ever watched like The Hangover?
Thor has never seen a raccoon before that movie. Like, raccoons don't exist in Asgard.
No, they do not.
No, I mean,
The closest
why would they?
animal. Yeah, why would they? The closest equation that Thor has is a rabbit.
Why would Asgard not need trash pan? Is there some reason the ecosystem there would not develop such a species?
Gods.
Asgard has
Magic.
If they were gods, how come Thanos and his troops could just literally...
Shut up!
How come they can't breathe in space?
well, yeah. Well, I think yeah, Thor does need to breathe.
See the problem I have that if Thor's a god, but he bleeds, that means I can still kill him.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
What
if
if
it
he?
doesn't bleed, then there's reason to be worried.
Well, I mean, he's got a big body. It's a lot of blood.
But
Don't
he's a
worry,
god.
we're just gonna keep bleeding him out. We're just gonna keep taking his blood.
He's,
Oh,
an
yeah.
he's an infinite blood well.
A blood well.
I feel like we've derailed. Where are we at now, freelance? Where are we supposed to be?
We always derail. What the fuck are you expecting?
Oh, yeah, we always derail.
I don't know. I'm still figuring it out.
Are you trying to re-rail?
Do you want to reroll back onto Avengers or something? What else do we have to say?
Well, I
What's
was
the-
talking about the Soul Stone and the requirements.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like Red Skull, he shows up, strike one. Like, okay, the Tesseract could have sent you anywhere in the world, and it sends you here because Red Skull. I don't even know. Like, why him?
Because remember this character?
It's Darth Maul.
Because remember this character, right?
Yeah, and everyone wondered, like, how the fuck is he on this planet?
Like someone had to. They had to sit in the meeting room and go like, "What if Red Skull was there?"
Right. What?
And then and other people going like,
What if Red Skull was
other people going like,
there?
"Why the
It-
fuck would Red Skull be there?"
It's the meme of the guy at the office table.
It's a strange meme.
everyone have. Sorry,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
I'm allergic to these fucking cats.
All these memes.
No, it's the guy where everyone's giving ideas and like, I don't have any ideas. What if Red Skull was there and the boss just looks really mad and all of a sudden it's him being
Thrown out the window.
Oh yeah. So Red Skull's like, oh, it's fucking dude. It's Thanos and
Purple Joss Whedon.
daughter of Thanos. And first of all, no, she doesn't identify as daughter of Thanos, and she's not even blood daughter of Thanos. Why does a mystical power that allows him to identify shit tell him that she's daughter of Thanos when she's not? Strike two.
Obviously, she wouldn't because she's green.
What if Thanos actually is her dad and no one ever told
Just no
He
one
just thinks he's
told
her
her.
adopted father, but she's actually the only thing he saved from that planet specifically.
Right, it's actually
contrast to his actual goal. Because he legitimately actually is a divorced dad that just wants to see his kids, Karen.
Come on, Karen.
But so that's strike two.
It would have been
It's
funny if, like, at the end of the movie, Stan Lee stabbed Thanos in the back and took the Infinity Gauntlet.
Also, why did and how does the freaking Soul Stone define love? Like, its requirement is you got to give a soul of a person you love. It's like, why does that fucking matter? Just chuck Red Skull off. There you go. A soul for a soul.
Red Skull, I love you.
Like-
Check him off.
Soul Stone. I have to give you a soul that I love. Well, why don't you give me a stone that I love? Okay, I'm not gonna get you until you come back with an Infinity Stone that I love. It's such a arbitrary, stupid requirement. And-
love in of itself an arbitrary emotion that humanity itself defines.
It is definitely not arbitrary, and I don't think it's well defined either. That's my point. It's conceptual. How do you define love? Obviously, Thanos' crazy obsession with a person he rescued for whatever, God only knows what reason, from a planet he conquered, is enough to qualify for love. That doesn't make any sense. That's strike three. That whole scene was just dumb. I hated it. But then it's funny because that's the only death that Beth enjoyed. Because she wants to write Bad Daddy Thanos fics.
What?
Beth is just a really thirsty person, isn't she?
Well, no, she just, I don't know, that's just the kink she enjoys. Is a bad dad.
I don't kink shame, but I mean, goddamn, Beth, calm down.
She wants to be turned to dust.
She
Turn me to dust, Daddy Thanos.
She got a dust fetish. Hi, Beth.
Dust me, Daddy Thanos, do it.
But yeah, that's right. Hi, Beth. I hated that scene. It was really.
Drew, I will agree with you. It was extremely forced and unnecessary to happen, and I don't really know why it needed to.
Why was Red Skull there?
He could have just taken the Soul Stone, and then at the end of the movie, when Gamora turns to ash, Thanos could have gone, "What have I done?" And oh my God, fuck! You know.
Yeah, give him like some more humanity.
Honestly,
Or he would have been like, "This is the sacrifice I make. This is. I knew this could happen, and I chose to do it anyway. I've given everything now." Like he could have. It would have been so much better if she dusted at the end in front of his face, like, "Oh, daughter, no, fuck. Whoa, Nebula's still here, fuck."
Oh, my worst daughter.
the shitty daughter.
I don't know. I wish that she would have died at the end and dusted in front of his eyes rather than him having to sacrifice her for an arbitrary reason with arbitrary requirements.
Dust me, Daddy. I'm sorry, what? You need a good dusting.
But the movie is good. I looked at it as a Greco-Roman epic starring Thanos.
From what I've heard, it's impressive how much they were able to keep the movie interesting and not overcrowded or overwhelming with all the characters in it.
Yeah, there were too many characters, but I would say they did a pretty good job working around them.
What are you gonna say, Specs?
No, I don't know what.
Say it.
I don't remember what I said, so I don't know what I
I'm
said.
getting the gun. The musket.
I'm getting me mallet.
I'm getting me mallet. So for the first time I've ever in my life, I've actually funded a Kickstarter project.
Oh, all right.
What's
it for?
It was a game. It's a game that actually it got successfully funded. It's called The Good Life. And it's a game that takes place in like this, what people call the happiest town in the world, or like in England, where apparently all is good and not everything is all good. Obviously, you know, there's even like problems.
Sounds like the synopsis of Hot Fuzz.
Just wait.
We're
getting there. But no, it's not like perfect because like there's still like one of the first people you meet in the prototype that I played was like a woman going like, "My husband's always a drunk. Take a picture of him so you can freak him so he can feel bad about himself." That kind of thing. And you play as a character who came from New York City, and she's here because she needs to repay a huge debt. So she has to get money like through taking pictures for people and all that. But then one night there's a murder. Now, sounds pretty much like your regular Twin Peaks almost kind of story, isn't it? But wait, there's more. Once a day, every month, in this city, in this town, the people turn into dogs or cats.
Oh.
And with that, you can actually use the cat's abilities or the dog's abilities to help further your progress when you're a human. So if you're a cat, you can get on top of high areas and find a good vantage point to take a picture. And so you try to mark that area for you so you can actually try and get up there once you're a human.
Huh.
And the game is basically has two objectives. First, solve the murder. Well, not first. First, repay your debt. Second, solve the murder. You have to do both of these at the same time. And you know it has like a whole economy system, and it's basically being made by this guy named Swery65. If you ever heard of Deadly Premonition? No one?
I have not.
It's basically Twin Peaks the game. But it's one of those like weird ass games that you don't really see getting successful, and yet has a huge cult following. I'm part of it because it's a fucking it's not a great game, but it's interesting. Yeah, so I funded it. I funded it $27, which is enough to get the PC version. And yeah, I'm excited to give it a try because I found the mechanics of turning into a dog or cat and using the abilities of that animal to further your progress once you're a human very interesting.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So yeah, it's going to be coming out in like 2019. The prototype was pretty decent. You know, it was a prototype. Obviously, it was broken in some areas. And the main character swears like a fucking sailor. Like, holy shit, dude. But, yeah, so keep an eye out for The Good Life, because it does look actually really interesting. No, we don't exactly have to talk about this if you guys don't want to, but we could talk about the girl who wore the kipao.
Oh, yeah. And how the Chinese people were like, this isn't cultural appropriation. It's cultural appreciation.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
For those guys who don't know, there's this one girl who basically, she wore kipao, which is a beautiful, like, dress of Chinese culture.
It's the dress that Mei wears in Overwatch for the Lunar New Year.
Yeah. And she was, you know, she's like, she wore it to prom. And this one guy, specifically this one guy, I forgot his name, but he's an asshole. He was like, my culture is not your problem. And he got basically he sicked a whole bunch of people on her, trying to call her a racist for wearing this beautiful dress. And what I admire about the girl was that she was like, no, I'm not gonna feel bad about this. It was a beautiful dress, and I'm happy I wore it to the prom. You know? And
good.
And then, like, people are like, what do you think Chinese people think? And then they go, like, Chinese people, what do you think? And they're like, it's pretty cool. They're like, yo, fuck that. Who cares? Who gives a shit what Chinese people think? This is America. That's literally
exactly what happened.
And, I don't know, it's just this whole area of cultural appropriation. Like, I can understand certain areas of what people think cultural appropriation is. Here's the thing. Dreads are not cultural appropriation. That's just letting your hair get bad.
That's just letting your hair get bad.
Like, if you don't wash your hair for so long, it's gonna turn into dreads. Or at least they're gonna start, like, getting matted to the point where you can turn them into dreads. That kind of thing. You know, like, you know, making Mexican food is not cultural appropriation as long as you're respectful to that culture.
Right.
When it comes to things like, I don't know, getting really stereotypical, that's cultural appropriation.
Right.
And I remember I saw a tweet one day that was like, you know, I'm calling it right now. Eventually, learning non-Western languages is gonna be cultural appropriation. Guess what? Somebody posted an article about.
Really?
Yeah.
Learning a language.
Man, a lot of white people are learning these secondary languages. Like, maybe I just want to talk to Japanese people, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that is stupid.
And, I don't know, it's funny how far the extreme left and even the extreme right have been going just to get their side to win, quote unquote.
Right, instead of being normal people that act normal.
It's like those people who are like, man, finally, we got to change the crosswalk sign to a woman. Wow. You solved feminism. You solved sexism. Good job. You're the best. There is no more sexism in the world. It's gone.
Sexism doesn't exist. We can all go home and enjoy our life.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
It's like, that's a really, like, the dress she was wearing, I love that. I love like Eastern culture.
Yeah, because everything isn't freaking standardized. Like, my house looks the same as every other house on the block. What
Bullshit.
happened to
Oh,
beautiful,
actually, no.
amazing architecture?
In your case, actually, Drew, that is true.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, it's because you're in Ohio. But
Yeah. And like all the
Conservative.
fashion.
Ohio has no culture.
No, it's
Horrible.
too conservative for culture.
Right. It's Ohio. No, I love that. Ohio's too conservative for culture. We don't need no culture. We just have blank houses and t-shirt and jeans.
We have blank houses, corn, and mega churches.
Yeah. That's
Before I
true,
moved here, I
mega
never
churches.
thought that those actually existed. I thought it was a joke.
Like,
Nope,
do
mega
mega
churches
churches
are a
get?
real
Do
fucking
mega
thing.
churches actually like? Do they even use that capacity to its advantage?
Yes.
Like, do
Yes.
thousands of people actually go into mega churches
People actually go there.
and fill up all the seats?
Yes.
Fuck me.
And actually pay these people to talk about nonsense.
Or as I like to call it, Christian mythology.
Yeah, they actually do use the space, and it makes me sad.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if they use the space for, like, I don't know, a hurricane.
Right, burn.
Got him, fucking got him.
Fucking. Hey, I hope all you guys do well out there.
Right, what an ass.
I mean, I'm glad in the end he was like, okay, I'm gonna open it up. It's like, but you shouldn't have even been forced to do
Right.
it. You should have done it out of the goodwill of your own heart, man. Miss me with that gay shit.
That gay shit.
And mega churches are just so, it's kind of just a huge. That's basically the epitome of
The epitome of your
institutionalized
religion.
religion. Like religious institutions and how much they have just become like a business more than just a religion.
It's
More
the
than
epitome
anything,
of
yeah.
your religion is a cult. Stop trying to sugarcoat it by calling it a different name.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be televangelists.
No, it's pretty much
Yeah.
just as bad as that.
I guess just as bad is a good idea. Yeah. Give me money and I'll give you $1 back, but don't make sure you bring that $1 back to me. Like, I don't know. John Oliver did this section on televangelists.
So funny.
He can be funny at times, but he did this one section on televangelists, and he even like mailed one of them, and they did a back and forth, and it got so fucking ridiculous. And I thought that was actually, like, if you guys ever want to see what televangelists are basically, how ridiculous they fucking are, give that video a look by John Oliver, cause it gets weird.
Shit gets lit, fam.
Shit gets lit, fam. Shit gets lit. Lit gets shit. Yes.
Lit gets shit.
Yes. That's exactly what I said. So, anything else you guys are going to talk about?
I don't really have anything. I've been reconstructing my bedroom, which is now a studio that I sleep in. So there's that.
I just end the stream there.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. I did.
That would be really funny.
Yeah, but it is kind of.
It's like, I sleep in my studio, and it's just done.
I mean,
It makes him sound like a hobo if you just ended the stream right there.
I just sleep in the studio, guys, and watch my videos, please. I need the monetization.
Yes.
I'll pay you to watch my videos.
Dude, please, somebody help me.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that we're pretty much good. Like, I have a whole bunch of other games I'm gonna be trying out that I got from my birthday. Like, let's see. I got What Remains of Edith Finch. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, well, yeah. We talked about how it won Game of the Year at the awards. I got West of Loathing.
Oh
Yes.
my god! Yeah!
I'll make sure to stream that.
Good. It's so dumb.
That
but
is
so
a
good.
very good streaming game.
A Night in the Woods.
I want to play that.
One Shot.
Oh god! No, One Shot is the perfect streaming game.
From what I've heard, yes, it has like overwhelmingly positive reviews. I've not seen maybe a few bad reviews, but nothing too much. So like,
It's so.
I know it's best to go.
good.
I know it's best to go into it without you telling me anything, right?
Oh, I'm just telling you, it's so.
So why
good.
haven't people talked about it?
I don't know. I legitimately have no idea.
I
'Cause-
think I did like 3 videos on it, but I quickly just.
This
lost
game, like,
interest.
from what it seems to be talking about, it kind of reminds me a bit of like what might happen like Doki Doki Literature Club, because
Yeah.
one of the warnings is you may induce some paranoia. What?
What? This is a warning on the video game I'm about to play. May induce paranoia.
So I can only imagine, like, it excites me, like, what this game might be about. So
Wait, how does it
It's-
excite you? What
Hmm?
ways specifically?
what do you mean?
Sexually.
Was my line.
Right
Right there on the paperwork. That was my line.
Anything you want to tell me about One Shot before I eventually get into it, or
Well, you truly do only have one try. So, like, if you play through the game, you cannot go back and do the other way. So, like,
Yeah.
your choices are final, and it's not like Undertale where you can reset it, and they're like, are you sure you want to fucking do this, man? Because you
do I have to go
probably
into the
should."
files and delete something just to restart?
Nope,
You would
you
need
can't even do
you
that.
would need to go into your Windows registry and delete it there.
Fucking what?
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
have to dig for it. It's ridiculous. You only have one shot unless you're stupid persistent.
Is it worth it to go back and do it over again?
I don't know.
It's
Like I
worth
said,
it
Or
to
what- or-
watch someone who did the choice that you didn't do.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I lost interest about 3 episodes in when I was actually doing a video for it, and just it was like I couldn't keep playing it. For me, it was like Doki Doki, but I got a little farther into that one. I lost interest in it. It's not a kind of game I like, but I think you would really like it.
It's gonna be one
So
of
there's
the
more.
games that
There's
we
more
talk
to it.
about
There,
on this
so
show.
there is more to it than just you have one shot.
Yes, there's a lot more
Yeah.
to it.
Man.
And it doesn't really.
Yeah,
good
there's a lot
job
more,
with
and it's very cute. It's an adorable, really.
Oh yeah, it
nice-
looks cute, but like
that
it
game.
induces paranoia.
Right, it's not like something's gonna jump out at you. And
Oh, I know that's not gonna. I know that's not gonna happen. But I mean, like, just like, what is it going to do?
Right?
Is it going
I
to
love
dig into
that
my
it-
files and
it
find my
just-
porn?
It does dig into your files.
It knows what you fap to.
Should I?
Should I clear my browser history before I play?
Should I clear? Should I put my porn all the way into my external hard drive? Because I mean, like, you know, that'd be kind of embarrassing to happen on stream.
Well, I mean, it'll know you moved it. It'll talk.
It'll
about
know.
it.
Yeah, it'll know you moved it. and
Well,
it'll
wouldn't
correct
it know? Well, shouldn't it? Wouldn't it know that if I started the game and then did that?
Ooh. That see now you're.
Well,
Now
I
you're-
have yet to. I have yet to start the game.
No, it'll still know. It's Inception.
It'll still know.
It'll know that you did that on this day, and then like 6 months later, you'll start playing that game. It'll know that you
We
moved
know where
all
you
your
hid it.
porn, and we know you hid your porn on that external hard drive. Marked, this hard drive is not porn. It's completely safe for work. Trust me, I'm no scientist.
It's very good, and I really like it. And the main character is fantastic. The way it's set up is very good. I like how it's somber and not sad.
Like, it looks like it has its comedic moments.
Oh, it's very funny. And like, don't play it through in one go. Like, don't do that. I always sit down to play a game like all the way through without any regard at all. I always do that. But this game, you need to log out in order to get like some of the story, because because Neko or Nico, depending on how you want to say it, tells you about his or her dreams. And
Interesting.
the dreams that they
This
have.
is a spoiler, right?
No, the dreams that they have are things that you want to hear.
Okay.
Like, you connect with the character better after having heard those. So I would log out. Make sure to log out periodically and get those.
I just wondered. I haven't turned the game on in a long time. I wonder what's gonna happen if I do.
Right? I'm waiting.
Like, it's been like 6 months since I played that game.
Maybe give it another try.
I don't really know if I'm going to or not. Like, I don't even know if I still have it installed, actually.
I love it, and you're gonna love it, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. How long is it?
No idea.
10, 12 hours?
All right, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, and I also have to finish A Hat in Time, of course.
That one's definitely worth playing.
What I do like about A Hat in Time is that it doesn't make every level like the same. Nothing's always going to be platforming.
Right.
Sometimes now you solve a murder mystery.
Yeah, that one was really out of the blue. And
now you need to garner a fan base.
Yep.
Get pictures taken of you and say peck in front of cameras.
It's so good. It's so good. Like, honestly, I loved that game start to finish. There wasn't any point where I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Oh, it's.
Then I also have the newest God of War.
Boy!
You did get it? You got Boy?
Got Boy Simulator, yes.
Boy, the game.
Dad of War.
Dad of War.
Yes, Dad of War.
I really
All
want to
characters
play
become
this
better
game.
characters when they're tired dads.
Yeah, Sebastian Castellanos, looking at you.
Joel from Last of Us.
Joel from The Last of Us, yeah.
Tired dad is best. When tired mom. When will tired mom be a protagonist?
Yeah, when will Tired Mom get it? We don't know. But we're rooting
Female
for her.
version of Sebastian Castellanos would be fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, it would be super funny. That would be a good character.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean it's a little under what we usually do. Not a little, a bunch under what we usually do. It's been an hour and 42 minutes. But we need to learn when to like cut it off sometimes. So
For a while.
Sometimes, yeah.
hopefully next time we talk, I'll have at least one of the games I played done. Oh wait, I mean I did finish Katawa Shoujo.
Oh, how'd that go?
Good.
Oh, I saw your title. I saw your title.
Hands for feet.
I was gonna go hands for feet ? And then just link the picture. I see you are a man of culture as well.
Hi, Fluvium.
You're a man of culture as well.
I see you're a man of culture as well.
I freaking love that picture.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
and
it's all thanks to Quill. Quill sent me that picture the first time. When me and him were talking about something. He sends me the first picture he sends me is the two guys in the jackets and fedoras. They're just shaking hands. Same fetish, same fetish.
Right, same
And then like
finish.
2 days later, I sent him something else, and then he sends me back that picture. I see you're a man of culture as well.
what picture is that anyway?
Oh, I'll hang on.
For me, I have a picture of the same kind of line, but it's with Sayori.
Oh, see, I have a different one.
I also have a picture that says, "That wasn't very cash money of you."
Great cash money of you. Send me that. Trade you memes for memes.
Memes for memes. Ugh, this fucking lighter. In the forest, the only light that you get at all is a lighter. Why can't you make a torch?
Shut up.
I mean, you can also get a flashlight, but I haven't been able to
That
find
wasn't very
freaking
cash
one of these.
money of you. Where is? I think it's in the memes folder actually.
How deep is this cave? God damn.
Yeah, here it is. And this is the other one.
Next week, actually, next weekend I'll be part of another podcast before we do this podcast.
Ooh, podcastception.
Podcast,
The podcast
yeah.
within a podcast.
Well, it's gonna be 2 podcasts on the same day for me. So, and they're probably gonna be going
Working
neck and neck
overtime.
between because The podcast I'll be doing will be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it goes on for usually an hour and a half. So I'll be like, okay, bye.
Right, I'll be.
If you guys don't know, I'll probably put a video of it eventually later on this week. I'm gonna be a part of a podcast where we talk about a certain route in Kadoba Shoujo.
The foot fetish about?
No, it's the route with Hanako, which is the burned girl.
Sounds like the good.
You know, gotta get that bacon.
Gotta get that.
No bully.
No bully.
But also, I need to get started on Steins Gate because apparently that's the next thing. That's the next kind of That's the next visual novel they'll be talking about.
Gate.
Yeah, I'll be getting on that. Because now that I have this visual novel finished, I'll be moving on to my next, which will be Steins Gate. So next weekend, keep an eye out for that.
Ooh, fun and exciting.
Yes. Anyway, I guess you guys should, I don't know, say what you do the twits on.
The twits?
The twits or the vids, whatever. Where do you guys like to post pictures of cute girls?
Of cute girls?
Girls.
At TrueFlashy1 on Twitter, that's where.
And how about you?
You can find me in Spexifier on YouTube and Twitch, because I'm the best.
If you guys already know where to find me, this is happening. Yeah, it's on my channel.
Right.
Anyway, goodbye.